Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where we've got a few repairs to do, no doubt about that, and then we can head out again before the month tick here. That's absolutely fine, but before we do that, I want to hop into the mech bay here real quick and just take a look through our components, or I guess our storage here, just to see if we have anything reasonable that we've gotten parts-wise. I don't know that we have, but I just want to make sure that we don't have anything here, right? So this is reasonably all fine here. There's a Tiger MBT that we've got 4 out of 5 on. We'd definitely like to get a few vehicles, but I just want to make sure that we're doing okay on parts. Now we've got this fire starter. We may end up wanting to scrap the fire starter. I think that's probably not a terrible idea. Yeah, 88K is not great, but we'll do that for now. I don't think we'll ever use that again. So that's absolutely okay. We don't need that hogging up any upkeep costs. There's also the fireball here. Same argument. We'll sell that. What else do we have? There was another one that I saw here. The locust? Okay, yeah, sell that one too. So we'll get that out of here. Was there anything else in here? We've got 4 out of 5 parts for a scimitar. Hello, we've got a specter that we could do. So, if we were to sell this, or scrap this right now, we get 97K. Noted. A lot of these smaller things we probably do want to just get rid of. But for now, I'm not going to. I just wanted to check to see if there was anything particularly in the, like, up here sort of category, and it appears that there's not, although we're getting close to some. Okay, so that's fine. I just wanted to go through that and make absolutely sure. So that's good. We'll need to do that periodically. It's not going to be, like, a hugely high priority, but Brick is currently injured, which makes sense. He, of course, was knocked down in the hoplite. Let's continue to tick forward until our mechs are repaired.
Job's done, Commander.
And we can put somebody else into the hoplite, probably. That'll be fine. But for now, I want to hop into our barracks and see what we can get done for training. Of course, Brick is out, but we can get a point of gunnery for Capo. Anything else going on here for now?
Ready for orders.
Kind of looks like no.
Yes.
That's literally it. Okay. Well, let's hop into the command center here, and let's see what we've got available. A defend base, a battle, an escort, an assassinate, a solo duel. It's probably very quick. I would bring the centaur for that, and we just go backstab. But I don't know that we want to do that right now. This is a destroy base, which might not be a bad one. That's a really good max salvage, actually. It's 4 Comstar. This is against the Steiners. Actually, it's for Word of Blake. This would be absolutely fine, I think. A destroy base mission with some quasi-reasonable salvage here, even a free priority salvage. I think this is fine. We get decent payment out of it. Okay, we'll just drop Brick here. And who do we want to bring in the hoplite as a replacement? Let's see. We've got Shadowhawk and Black Knight affinities for Coach. GV, of course, currently possesses Scimitar and Fireball affinities, although Fireball is probably going to decay eventually. But we don't have anything else for GV to pilot. We've also got Romeo here, who has never piloted anything. We'll put him in the hoplite. Oh, right. He doesn't have mech expertise. Okay, GV it is. So GV, you are going to be piloting the hoplite here, and that'll be fine. The hoplite's going to get knocked over relatively frequently, so having 2 hoplite pilots to cycle between is probably not a terrible idea, all things considered. So let's see what we've got going on here. Darius probably thinks that this is going to be difficult, and Darius is probably wrong. I'll see you guys after the loading screen. Okay, so here we are all loaded up, and let's see what we've got here. It wasn't all that much loading time, so it should be relatively basic. We'll see. I definitely see turret emplacements there. One here, 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 and here. And this is an interesting approach to take. It looks like there's definitely some defenders out over this way. And let's see what we've got going on here. A hot and foggy night, huh? We'll have to rely on sensors. Okay. Lack of visuals could be a bit of an issue, but Yeah, there's definitely a base garrison up over here. If we approach from here, which is about the closest that we can land, to be honest, if we approach from here, we can take out these turrets with our fire support while engaging the garrison over this chasm. That would be the idea. So we'll see how that ends up going. Yes, set that deploy position. I believe I already did that. Okay, what do we got here? We've got a fire starter, we've got a Jenner, a heavy sniper turret, a sniper turret, a sniper turret, and a large laser turret. And there's probably at least 2 additional units in the garrison out over here. We'll have to update our sensors first, though, so let's sprint on over and see what we've got.
Accelerating to maximum speed.
Okay, we see an Owens. This is not very spooky, to be honest. In fact, this is exceptionally unspooky. I'm going to put our crossbow here for the time being. Let's see. The hoplite can definitely park here for now.
Onward.
What else do we have going on here? That'll be our trebuchet. Yeah, you can stay here in the cover
Moving out.
for the time being. That'll be fine. Our fire support will be staying back, of course. The Apollo can sit over here as well. We're going to start heading down here, but
I'm ready.
for now, that'll do. So the Wraith can then sprint down into this rough terrain. It'll clear the rough terrain next round, so that'll be when the spawn protection goes off. The Shadowhawk is in pretty much the same position there. And then I believe the Black Knight will be our next. Okay, they're definitely moving around a bit here. I don't see a 4th enemy yet, but there probably is one. It might just be too far away for our sensors to pick up. Yeah, there it is. It's a Liberty. Okay. That'll be fine. We should be able to chip through those quite quickly. So our Black Knight is just going to head on up over here. This is a lot of rough territory that we have to get through, but we will definitely make our way through that as soon as we can. Funnily enough, the allied units here, the Word of Blake units, are kind of actually coming with us, which is remarkable. Usually they just sit back and are kind of useless, but in this case, not so much. So at this point, our Centaur can definitely start thinking about getting into rear arc of some of these units. And which one would we want to do? Well, the only one we can actually get into rear arc of is this fire starter. I would kind of prefer to be about here, assuming that it doesn't have a core meltdown. So position there, 52.7%. Failed our sensor roll. Okay, that's unfortunate. But we'll see if we are still able to take it down. The answer is no. Failing that sensor roll was absolutely rough. No doubt about that. What do they have for machine guns up here? That's all energy weapons on that fire starter. We don't know what the Owens and the Liberty has, but they don't appear to have machine guns thus far. Okay, so the Wraith is going to close in out over this direction. I would like the Wraith to go for... You know what's their best on that fire starter? I don't like that. I'm going to go for the Jenner here, even though the hit odds are lower. I like it. That was a good hit. PPCing the leg is absolutely great. The reason I decided to go for that is because the fire starter should die to the Centaur, although in retrospect, the Centaur's probably going to want to go engage the Owens and the Liberty, I think. The Jenner backs off out over this direction. Okay. And from here, the Shadowhawk can absolutely move in and work on engaging that fire starter. I don't love this positioning.
Copy that.
This is a little bit better. Yeah, that'll do. As we stray shot the Centaur with our machine guns there. Okay, it's fine.
Better me than Lady around.
I'm not too concerned about that. So next up is going to be... Who exactly? That'll be like this Owens, I think? Yeah, that'll be the Owens. No problem whatsoever. We do have these turrets out over here, and the turrets do need to go. The fire support is going to be primarily working on the turrets at this time. That is the idea. The Centaur was just tagged. Okay, noted.
Commander?
So next up is our Apollo. I'm going to position the Apollo here. I don't want to enter the rough terrain just yet. And I want to take a look out at these turrets. So this is a large laser turret, 38%. This one is the heavy sniper turret, running dual PPCs, 64.3% there. Noted. This sniper turret, 38.2. Okay. And this one's a little out of sensor range, 29.2. So the PPC turret is the obvious choice here. No doubt about that, and that's great. We'll absolutely take that shot. So some good armor reduction on that sniper turret. We'll see what our allies decide to do here. I would kind of prefer that they, with long-range attacks, take out the turrets. With shorter range attacks, okay, a sensor lock is fine. A little bit of damage to that Owens, and it got a head hit. Okay, we'll take that. That's fine. They're continuing to attack that Owens. No, that seems pretty good, actually. They're getting good rolls on that Owens. I like it. So next up is going to be this fire starter, finally getting to move. And we'll see what it decides to do. Come down over here to engage our fire support? Like, it's not a good move, but it could. Instead, it decides to go up over here and attack this trident. It's a large pulse laser it's packing there, but this is a really bad position for it, in my opinion. The Shadowhawk can very easily move up here and be in rear arc, which the rear arc was already softened. So I think that's absolutely fine. I want to continue hitting this heavy sniper turret. Getting that pair of guns off the field would be absolutely great. We don't want to get hit by that PPC, and it is gone. So no PPCs there.
Turret eliminated.
The large lasers I'm not too concerned about. We don't know what these two sniper turrets have. That's okay. The Whitworth going for that Owens. A lot of LRMs going on here. Okay.
Ready for orders.
And the hoplite. What do we want the hoplite to do?
On my way.
It's a good question. I'm thinking going for the sniper turret here with the thumper artillery. We don't expect much out of this, and we very well might get knocked down by it.
Target confirmed.
Okay, we got a little bit of armor softening in that sniper turret, but there's not fantastic locations to fire our thumper at
I'm receiving
in
you.
this particular map. So the Black Knight is going to make its way up over, like, this-ish direction. I'm thinking about stray shot here. Maybe we position it here and go for the fire starter. Hit odds are going to be low no matter what.
Firing all weapons.
So we can just soften up the fire starter a little bit. I'm not expecting much out of anything there. The Black Knight was always going to have a hard time hitting any of this at this range. So, yeah, I'm not too concerned about that for now. Hunchback moves over and does absolutely nothing at all. Okay. What else you got, Word of Blake? Presumably something. Okay, going for the softened sniper turret. I don't mind that. That's pretty decent. And our trebuchet hasn't moved yet either. The trebuchet is absolutely going to go for that sniper turret. Oh, that was a big hit on that Owens. They took out the leg with whatever type of gun that was. I'm not sure what that was, actually, but it was a pretty hefty one. Who was it that just fired that? The Centurion? That's an AC-20. Okay. That explains it.
Standing by.
So that Owens is not going to do well, shall we say. I want to check up over this direction. The trebuchet might not have the range to really participate in taking this down. Yeah, I think that we're just going to go for the Owens here. I think this is the easier shot by far. We miss all of the lasers, but we do get some damage on that Owens. That's fine. Okay, one of those sniper turrets has a PPC. That's that large laser turret. What's that other sniper turret got? Also a PPC. Okay. Noted. So that's not too scary. We should be able to have those taken down pretty quickly.
Orders.
So I want the Centaur to make its way up over here.
Ready
I want to take out this Jenner. Did we just fail our sensor roll again? Nope, that's just target moved. Okay, fair enough.
Giving him everything I've got.
Okay, so that is one dead Jenner. Phenomenal.
That's One less hostile.
Now we can go after the Firestarter and the Owens. The question is, when do they move? The Firestarter moves in phase 16, so literally right now. We'll see what it decides to do here. The Owens doesn't move until phase 6, and the Liberty moves in phase 14. Okay, so the Firestarter continues to run away. It's in a better position now.
Yes, Commander.
No doubt about that. The Hoplite is still going to work on this sniper turret, I think. Alternatively, we could brace to prevent ourselves from falling over. These are not great targets, right? So let's just brace for right now. We don't have amazing shots, so why bother taking the risk of falling over? We do still have rear arc on this Firestarter, and I absolutely want to see about chasing it down. These hit odds aren't great, probably just due to, yeah, into forest, long range, target moved, sprinted. Yep, fair enough. That is all fair enough, but we're going to bring this up to X6 on the machine guns.
Locking on.
We got an engine crit there, but broadly that wasn't an amazing shot, but we knew it wasn't going to be on like 38% hit odds. That's fine. Our ally going for the Owens here, getting a smattering of armor damage. Now, that thing doesn't have very much
Waiting
left.
for order.
So our Apollo is going to continue to work up over this direction, right? 44.7 on any of those. Let's actually move up over here for the time being. And that does drop our hit odds for this round, but that should improve them for next round. We're going to fire on this already pre-softened sniper turret, but we don't expect too much out of that. Just reducing the armor a little bit. It's a long ways away. There are no visuals because of the fog. It's going to be tough. Okay, so that Hunchback is going for the Owens. We are allowing the AI to fire at this Owens for right now because I do expect that they're able to kill this. That's the idea. We'll see what ends up happening. That Liberty is moving now. So the Liberty is going to die pretty quickly to the Centaur, right? It doesn't have any machine guns. Yeah. This is not going to go well for it. This is a bad position for the Liberty, for sure. Cool. So that'll be no problem whatsoever. Next up is our Wraith. The Wraith could engage that Firestarter. I suspect that this is a bad angle to do that at. I'm going to reserve the Wraith here.
How's it going?
The crossbow, on the other hand, we could definitely go for the sniper turret here, which we'll do. Hit odds are a little on the low side, just due to no visuals. That's expected. So we'll chip down that armor a little bit more. Beyond that, I'm reserving the Wraith. I don't want the Wraith to move yet.
Roger that. Standing by.
I want to find out what happens to this Owens once these guys end up moving. So the Blackjack getting an Engine XL and a gyro crit there, and destroying a medium laser. The Owens is now panicked. Fair enough.
Receiving.
The Trebuchet is in a similar position where I kind of want to reserve it. Let's reserve it here and see what this allied unit does. What do we got? Okay, Trident firing on the Owens. That's what I want to see. So the Owens is gone. Phenomenal. Okay, so they shoot at the Firestarter there. They don't hit it with the AC-20, but they get a couple of missile hits in on the Firestarter. And the Trebuchet is probably going to fire out this way because of its range limitations, most likely. We'll see what ends up happening with that. Hunter moves up, fires on that weakened sniper turret. I like that shot. Very solid.
I'm your spaniel.
And our Black Knight, at this point, can advance forward out over here.
I'm going.
And we can pot shot this large military building. It's our only real target, but sure.
Firing.
And we missed both of them, but that's fine.
I'm reading heavy damage to an enemy structure.
Wait, we didn't miss it?
Down.
It looked like we did. We hit both of those, actually. Remarkable. Okay, well, I definitely didn't expect that. So again, the Wraith could engage this Firestarter, but I don't think that's a good idea. I'm going to position the Wraith here. We could go for the Liberty, 51% hit odds, or we could go for this large military building, 85% hit odds, and we would sink some heat. I'm going to do that. Okay, we did end up hitting that large military building. They're firing on our hoplite. That's okay. Okay. Now is our trebuchet's turn, and the trebuchet is just going to position somewhere out over here. We're going to fire on this fire starter. Hit odds are not the best, but we don't expect them to be. I'm not going to fire the medium lasers here.
On it.
Structure exposure there. Okay. Shoulder destruction, omnipod lower arm, upper arm destroyed. That's all fine. They actually stray shotted their Liberty there, firing at our Centaur. That's pretty hilarious, actually. That large laser shooting at our trebuchet, that's not shocking. We're out of cover here, so that makes sense. They did manage to hit it.
Talk to me.
And next up is our Centaur. The Centaur, of course, is just going to loop around this Liberty
Roger that.
and take this rear arc shot. This is going to kill this Liberty very, very swiftly.
Here we go.
Well, that wasn't great clustering, but we did a lot of damage to it anyway.
Was a critical hit.
Ammo SRM explosion and a lot of heat there. Sadly, the Liberty is still kicking. Not literally. It did not kick there. It just failed its shutdown override while skylined here, though.
I await your command.
Okay. I'm going to use the hoplite to continue to hit this sniper turret.
Locking on.
That was a terrible shot, but we did get a fair number of missiles in there. Sadly, no crits.
That hit something good.
Well, maybe we did get crits, but we didn't destroy the turret. So the Blackjack moves up and is going for the large laser turret here, getting a little bit of armor removal. We'll take it.
Commander?
Next up is our Apollo, and I want the Apollo to continue to advance out over here. And let's eliminate this sniper turret. I think it dies here, but we'll see. Yeah, there we go. Phenomenal. So next up is the sniper turret and the large laser turret. However, our Shadowhawk can now close in. Oh, wow. Look at how late this Firestarter rolled here. That's insane. We can definitely position here with the Shadowhawk, and this is probably going to take out the Firestarter. We've already softened the rear arc on this twice, so let's see what we've got.
Firing on target.
There we go. That's what we want to see here. Perfect.
Mech destroyed.
No problem whatsoever there. So we've now got an allied unit. They're firing on the large laser unit, interestingly. I would have figured that they'd be shooting at the Liberty here, but I guess it's okay. We don't really mind. I'll just position our Wraith about here, and we have a free shot on this Liberty. Do we want to go for, like, the leg? Honestly, I think this torso is what we go for.
Cry havoc.
Okay, solid hits there.
This just
And the pilot ejects. Okay. So that's the base garrison gone. Phenomenal. The crossbow is now going to start slowly advancing out over this way, and we're going to fire on this large laser turret, soften that up a bit. That's about half of its armor gone. I like it. And our allies are going to continue to fire on those turrets as well. They're probably not going to get a huge amount of damage dealt, but there's nothing else for them to shoot at, so they might as well. At this point, it's going to be our Black Knight, which will start directly advancing out over here and continuing to shoot at this large military building. Decent hit odds there. We see at least one large laser hitting. We'll take it. Cool. Next up, 3 Word of Blake units, including this Hunchback, getting some more armor damage in there. They won't attack the buildings in the actual base, but they will attack the turrets, which is fine. We are completely okay with that. I mean, we're less okay when they miss the turrets, but, you know, it's free damage regardless. That was not very much damage on that sniper turret. No doubt about that.
How's it going?
Our trebuchet is going to start advancing over here and continuing to attack this large laser turret. Hit odds are not the best at this range. The weather is just generally rough, right? We have to rely entirely on sensors here due to fog, because it's dark and foggy, so it's a little tough. No doubt about that. Okay, they completely missed the Wraith there. I like it. Okay, next up is our Centaur. The Centaur is going to sprint in out over this way, and we can fire on the large laser turret or on the sniper turret. We're going to fire on the sniper turret here. 97.8% hit odds with our LRMs. Okay, we'll take it. We seem to be missing some LRMs, by the way. Either that or I just wasn't able to scroll down correctly. No, we're missing some LRMs. Previously, those came back. We might have to check into that after this. So the Wraith is going to move up over here for now, and we can continue to fire on this military building.
Locking target.
Okay, we managed to hit it. Excellent. And we would love to see this Hunchback eliminate this large laser turret, and in fact it did. So that's great. Next up, of course, is that last sniper turret, and then they can't do any more damage to us. So the Apollo can position about here, but that wouldn't be an LOS on that sniper turret. That's blocked by the building. Any way we slice it, we're going to be blocked by the building out here. Okay.
10-4.
This would be 14.2% hit chance. We'll just have to take down this large military building.
Firing.
There we go. So the building goes down, and now that'll clear up our LOS over here. So that'll be very helpful. Little bit of damage into that sniper turret, not too much. This Shadowhawk is not really going to be able to engage. We'll just sprint up over here and sink heat. It was chasing down the fire starter, and that job is now done. So the Centurion is going to also fire on that sniper turret, getting a little bit of damage in there, but really not too much. We'll drop a Thumper artillery up there too. Complete miss on the Thumper artillery, but the LRMs did hit a little. Surprisingly, we haven't been knocked over yet by our artillery. More damage to that sniper turret is good. And at this point, the crossbow could theoretically get a kill here. I think it does, actually. Yeah, absolutely. Phenomenal. So now all we need to do is take down the rest of this building.
Yes, boss.
So this Trebuchet is just going to step forward here. There's no risk of return fire at this point.
Roger that.
And we could just chunk down this medium military building pretty quickly at this point. This is the only thing remaining. So I want the Black Knight to like climb up this hill so that it can actually get an LOS.
Locked and loaded. Here it comes.
Okay. We only hit one of those large lasers, I think, but that's fine. These guys are not going to fire on the buildings, but that's okay. At this point, I want our Centaur... We just exited combat?
Warning. Enemy reinforcements detected.
Okay, now we just re-entered combat. Well, that's awkward. So this is going to be a round where we can't fire.
I'm there.
There are enemy reinforcements up here, though, I think. Yes. We see a rifleman, a sentinel. We see a bushwhacker out there. Relatively high tech. Okay. Noted.
I'm your spaniel.
That was very awkward that that happened. We would have had that eliminated and been out of here without them spawning. Okay.
On the move.
Very strange to exit combat
Got
like
my
that.
attention.
Well, we can send our Centaur up over this direction-ish. I'm thinking about up over here. Yep, multiple units. We are aware now, Darius. Thank you. So we see out over here a Strider and a Bushwhacker, as well as a Sentinel and a Rifleman. They are way out there. We might just want to evac, honestly, after we get this building destroyed. We can
Waiting
defeat
for
them,
orders.
to be clear.
Coordinates
Absolutely, we would be able to.
Gotcha.
But they're so far away, it'll take a while. This medium military building is still up, sadly. Yeah, this would definitely be a while. We'll see where our evac point is as soon as we can move here. Okay, so GV in the hoplite is going to step forward over here. I'd like to consider dropping artillery, like, on this rifleman, I guess.
Taking the shot.
That was a reasonable shot. Do we get a knockdown? No, we don't. Okay, I like it. So the crossbowman is going to step forward here. We could go for, like, this Strider out over here. Hit odds are very low across the board. We might just angle for taking down the building here. Yeah, do it.
Affirmative.
So that building is gone. Where is the evac zone? That's the question now. As soon as we can move the camera. Out over here? That's moving through these guys. Okay, we're going to have to kill them. In that case, I'll have to put a cut in here, and next episode, we'll get this finished. I was definitely hoping for this to be a one-episode mission, but that does not seem to be the case. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Andy McGar, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.